How's it going, everyone? Famine52 back again, and today we're continuing on Final Fantasy 13. Let's get going. Alright, welcome back, everyone. So in the last episode, we made our way through the Solia Springs and made our way into the base of Taejin's Tower, where we got to interact with a few Cie'th stones to make our way to the top. This place is guarded by a pulse foul sea, so that's going to be a little fun. Now, here on the ground floor, if you just want to make your way up, there is this elevator right here. This will bring you to the next level. But before we do that, there are a few treasure spheres down here. So I'm going to go ahead and take out these lightning wolves. And after taking that one down, there are, I believe, 2 more groups. So we got these 2 over here, then another one, I believe, over on the other side. Alright, and those guys are down, and maybe there's not a 3rd group? Oh no, there's the 3rd one over there. But before we go ahead and interact with him, we have a treasure sphere right here. This treasure sphere contains 4,721 gil. There's another treasure sphere over there. That one is being guarded by this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and take him out. Alright, now that he is taken care of, let's go ahead and fix my mic. Alright, now that he is taken care of, let's go ahead and interact with this treasure sphere for a Spark Fade brooch. Which is going to be critical bar lightning, and I'm pretty sure that is all the treasure spheres down here. So let's go ahead and just make sure of that real quick. Oh no, there's one right here behind the elevator. And that is going to contain 12 chipped fangs. And now let's go ahead and ride on up the elevator, going on to the 2nd tier. And then up here on the 2nd tier, we're going to have another save station right here, as well as a little bit of a cutscene.
What's that? Waiting for us, huh? Get back! What's this? Some kind of trap?
Alright, now we get a primer. To continue ascending Taejins Tower, you must accept and complete missions from the three statues on the tower's 2nd tier. The route to the tower's apex will remain closed until all of the statues' tasks are done. So what that means is these statues right here, they all have various hunts for us. We are going to be looking at hunts 21 through, I want to say, 28 to be able to complete the tower. And whoa, what was that view? Oh, you could see what sort of stars you got. Very well. I was unaware of that. Yeah. So these things right here, the glowing things, are going to be the various statues that we need to take care of.
Why don't we go take a look?
And luckily they kind of take you to one another. Let's go ahead and interact with this guy real quick. And this is going to be mission number 21, Tremulous Terror. We're going to be fighting a Cie'th Titan here on the 2nd tier. And brave soul, heed my plea, and we shall bring light to your dark path. Know that Cie'th Titan holds my power thrall within this fire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. If you can but restore the strength of my two brethren and I, here on the second tier, the way will become, the way will be open unto you. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. And our mission is going to be right over here. So we're going to go ahead and make our way over there. We're going to try to get a preemptive strike on these Pulse War champions. Which it looks like, aww, we almost got it, but that far one turned around. So, I'm sorry, they are gladiators, not champions. Like basically any other one of these things, they have really high defense while, or before they are staggered. Once they do get staggered, basically everything goes away. They are essentially immune to most status ailments. So we're going to go ahead and go directly into Relentless Assault. And we got that one staggered right there. Now that he is staggered, most of his status ailments have gone away, as well as all of the elemental resistance. But they do hit hard, so just be aware of that. Now we're down to the last one. There's the stagger, so he is basically dead. There you go.
As if there was any doubt.
Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and head on up these stairs. I believe there's going to be a wolf enemy down this hall. Yes, there is. So I'll go ahead and take care of him real quick. Alright, now moving on. This is going to be the room with our mark in it. And once we get down here, we will see that our mark is honestly a flan octopus thing. Yeah. Very gross to look at, so let's go ahead and take care of him. Right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and Libra this guy. Just to see all of his weaknesses. He has, what is that, 679,140 HP, and he is immune to most of the status elements that we're going to try to put on him. I'm going to go ahead and give this 2 rounds of buff before I go ahead and go on over. There we go.
You asked for it.
And as a mark, this guy is going to hit relatively hard. So just be aware that you keep an eye on your health. But he is a story-driven mark, so he's not going to be the hardest one that we have fought up to this point. You should be able to take him down as long as you are decently through your Crystarium. Never got him staggered, and now that he is in a launch state, he shouldn't really need to worry about it. And if he survives this round of attacks, which he didn't, I was going to go ahead and switch it to aggression, but we didn't need to worry about that. For that fight, you get 2,900 CP, as well as the mission complete screen, which is going to grant you 1 speed sash. And you're going to watch as the statue that we interacted with before gains his sword back. Now let's go ahead and interact with this statue. This one is the Infernal Machine. We're going to be fighting an Ambient Bellows here on the 2nd tier, and this is a C class. And Pussy Soul, heed my plea, and we shall bring light unto your dark path. Know that an Ambling Bellows holds my power thrall within this fire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. Alright, and now this guy's going to be over here next to the last statue. So we're just going to backtrack to that first room and then cut across. And there's not going to be any combat or anything along the way, so I will go ahead and bring you in once we get to that mark. Alright, now here we are. We are going to be coming up to our mark. And as you can see, we have some new Roman robots, as well as the ambling bellows right here. If we could get a preemptive, that would be great. Though I am pretty sure that ambient bellows is technically looking our direction right now. So I don't think we'll be able to. Oh, scratch that. We were. So let's go ahead and work on the bellows. Get rid of this guy real quick. But now that he's gone, let's go ahead and Libra the cryptos. Just for their information and all of that stuff.
Yes!
That fight gets us 3,850 CP. I happen to get an analog circuit. For the mission complete, we do also get 3 particle accelerators. And of course the scene with the statue getting a sword back. And now we have the final statue here. This one is a natural defense. It is going to be a Garangach. This is going to be a B tier on the second tier. And Sage Soul, heed my plea, and we shall bring light to your dark path. Know that a Gargantua, however, holds my power thrall within the spire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. And now this guy is going to be in the first room that we went to. This is going to be another one of the shelled beast creatures. So if you could get a preemptive strike, that would make the battle a whole heck of a lot easier. Though it is not necessary. I am, of course, going to try, however. Which it looks like I should be able to do. Yes, we are. I'm going to go ahead and Libra. Just to see that, at least now that he is staggered, he has basically no status immunities. He is weak to a lot of elements. And he has 242,550 health. And now at this point, let's go into Relentless Assault. Because he is massively debuffed. And we are basically not going to need to worry about him at all. There he goes. We get 2,700 CP for that. As well as for the mission complete, we get 1 warrior's wristband. And we see him get his sword and a little scene of They are able to extinguish the flames that were blocking our path, so let's go ahead and continue.
Right, here we go again.
Can't take a hint.
You're one to talk.
Huh? I'll be damned.
Are they sad?
Well, I guess the way is open now.
Alright, now after the scene, go ahead and continue down the interior path. There should, I believe, be a treasure sphere. Yes, there is at the end of the path. So we're going to go ahead and collect that before moving on. This treasure sphere contains 5 spark plugs. And now going into this room right here, we have a bunch more of the pulse work enemies. Alright, now after dispatching them, we're going to go ahead and make our way up these stairs onto the 3rd level. There is a treasure sphere right here that I almost ran by somehow, containing a weapon for hope that does have the stifled magic passive ability, which, I mean, I personally don't see why anyone would use this for hope, because stifled magic greatly reduces magic damage dealt to enemies, and he is not a commando, he is very much magic based. But if you want to build a commando hope, I mean, I guess that might be your weapon. But up here we have a pack of the wolves, so let's go ahead and take care of these guys. Alright, now that they are gone, let's go ahead and move on into the next room with some more Pulsework gladiators. Alright, after they are down, you will see that we can't actually leave this area yet. So let's go ahead and talk with this statue who already has his sword. And the central elevator can now reach the 4th tier. Because as we saw, interacting with that statue did cause the inner rings to move around a bit. Before we go up to the 4th tier, we have another treasure sphere right here. This one containing 2 metal armbands. I actually forget what the metal armbands do. Resist deprotect by 30%. And I guess the warrior's armband increases strength by 100, and of course the speed stash is ATB kill or kill, ATB charge. So let's go ahead and move on to the central elevator and make our way up to the 4th tier. Come on, thank you. 4th tier. Alright, now we can go off either way of this elevator. We're going to have to go that way pretty soon anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and make our way off the side of the save sphere. And there is a treasure sphere over here, so let's go ahead and grab that. This containing 2 glass orbs, which are slow resistant, 30%. Yeah, resist slow by 30%. And then now we got some of our dancing birdo buddies. Which I'm pretty sure these are the same ones that we fought in the secret area of Maharaba. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and I'll be back up here. Alright, and once they are dispatched, let's go ahead and enter into the elevator that is also in this room. You can go on either side. I was just making sure there wasn't a save sphere over here. And we're going to go up to the 5th tier. Alright, now that we're up here, let's go ahead and exit through the back of the elevator, because that is going to get us right next to this this treasure sphere containing 9 ancient bones. And then we have some more of our dancing buddies. And then over on this side, we have some more of our buddies, so let's go ahead and take them down. Alright, now that they are down, let's go ahead and interact with our statue right here. This is going to be mission 24, a potent sting. And we're going to be fighting a Mushusu here on the 5th tier. This is the B rank hunt. And tormented soul, heed my plea, and we shall bring light to your dark path. Know that a Mushusu holds my power thrall within this spire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. If you can but restore the strength of my 2 brethren and I here on the upper tiers, the way will be open unto you. So, our mark is actually in the same room. It is actually right over here. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Relentless Assault paradigm, just because I don't need to do any debuffing during this. But we are going to focus fire on the new Vested type enemy, which is in fact our mark. Now the first time we're doing this, I could for him. I'm not too worried about it. We can see that he is absorbing most elements right now, but I am far enough along in my Mysterium that I'm not too worried about this battle. In fact, he is already staggered. So we are going to go ahead and take this guy out. And then now we're going to... Oh, he is still alive. There we go. Now we're going to focus on the other bird brain. And this hunt, whatever you want to call it, in particular, is very good for a few reasons. First, as you'll see in a moment, we get 6,000 CP for this fight, which, there you see it right there. So that is great in and of itself. And then, for the first time we do it, our mission complete bonus is going to be 6 Moon Blossom Seeds. Now, once we're able to come through and redo these missions, the completion bonus every time we complete it, in addition to that 6,000 CP, it's going to be 1 more Moon Blossom Seed. And these Moon Blossom Seeds sell for 6,000 gil each, which is a great little CP, or not CP, a great little gil farm, especially for where we are at. We're going to need a lot of gil in the near future. So once we're able to come through and redo these missions, I definitely recommend you doing that. But that is for another time, so let's go ahead and move on into the central section of the tower again. And I believe... Oh, no, we are not able to do anything in here yet, so we're going to go ahead and ride back down to the 4th tier. Because we are on the 5th, and we're now going to go through the other side of that central elevator. I will meet you back down there. Alright, and here we are back at the central elevator. Just to show what I was talking about, let's go ahead and head to one of the shops real quick. Let's go into sell components. And yeah, so those Moon Blossom Seeds sell for 6,000 gil. As you can see, just for what we just completed, that one mission, we will get 36,000 gil for it. But we're going to need quite a fair bit more than that. So yeah, just to show. But let's go ahead and continue on. Make our way across the elevator. And now over here where there is another treasure sphere. This one contains a gale ring, which sounds like it should be wind resistance. Yeah, 25% wind resistance. And then we have some of the flying Cie'th in here. They are guarding a treasure sphere, which, ooh, I could open it. Contains 2 rainbow anklets, which is going to be that resist daze by 30%. And then as for our flying friends right here, they are new enemies, but they are still going to go down relatively quickly. And there he goes. Oh, let's go ahead and take an elevator ride on back up to the 5th tier. Or 6th tier, I'm sorry. And this is going to put us in a room directly with another statue. So let's go ahead and take on this vampire right here. Which, this is actually the first time that we have fought the vampires. So they hit strong. They are resistant, I believe, to a lot of our elemental attacks. But especially as solo entities, they aren't really anything we need to be too worried about right now. Oh, you're just not giving me any information. They do employ a powerful wind-based magic. So watch out for high winds. We should be getting this guy staggered pretty soon. Oh, and that whale attack, it does in fact give us the dazed debuff, but he doesn't generally attack fast enough to actually be able to exploit that fact that we are dazed. And I thought that he was resistant to most elements. It looks like he is actually weak to most elements. So I got my information backwards there. But he is down. Alright. And we have a save station right here, as well as another statue. So let's go ahead and see what sort of mission this guy has for us. So this is mission 25, Spectral Haunt. And our target is a Vatala up on the 5th tier, which is going to be a B rank mission. And Enlightened soul, heed my plead, and we shall bring light to your dark path. Know that Vatala holds my power thrall within this fire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. Now, I know that we are on the 6th tier, and the mission is on the 5th tier. We can't actually get to where it is by the only way that we currently have access to the 5th tier. So we're going to have to come over here and interact with a statue right here in order to get things to shift around once more. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And I thought that there was going to be a treasure sphere right there, but there is not. In here we have a bunch of bats and some more of the flying guys. Let's go ahead and take care of the Cie'th bats. These are nothing to really be too worried about. of course, have their stuff, but they're small enough that they go down relatively quickly. And then we have the flying humanoid ones over here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Alright, now that they are taken care of, let's go ahead and interact with this guy. And we can now access a new room in the tower. And of course, the central elevator can now access more floors. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these guys real quick, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, now back here in the central elevator. Not central elevator, the central path. We are now able to make our way all the way over there to whatever you want to call that. And we have another flyboy right there. I'm not going to necessarily avoid him, but I'm not going to worry about fighting him right now. We have a vampire right here, so let's go ahead and wait for him to turn around. And we still weren't able to get the preemptive strike. That's unfortunate. But it's no big deal. Ooh, we got the engine stagger. Very nice. Alright, with him down, there is a treasure sphere right here. This one containing 4 tiers of woe. And then there's another treasure sphere over here. This one containing a unsetting sun, which is a weapon for Mr. Snow here, which unfortunately has stagger lock. But I mean, it does increase his strength by a little bit, so that's the thing. Now coming down here, we have a save station right there, and moving further on down, we actually now have our hunt here, our mark, which is a Vatala enemy. From what I have gathered, these things are basically impossible to get a preemptive strike on, so don't worry about it. And they do always start off the battle with their barrier thing. We just want to get this guy staggered as fast as possible, just so we can actually start doing some real damage to him. And there we go. Let's go ahead and stay in Relentless Assault. Let's go ahead and bring his stagger gauge up to, let's say 700%. Try to get in a round or 2 of aggression.
Eat this! Eat this! You asked for it.
And he's putting that barrier back up, so unfortunately, he is doing all sorts of physical damage right now. But if we just go back into Relentless Assault, can chip him down here. And now that he is back to non-stagger, we are going to need to stagger him again. And hopefully he will be done by the time this team staggers. Ooh, nice hit. I'm going to go to the combat clinic real quick, just because
don't give up.
Health got very low, very fast right now. Let's go ahead and pick up Fang. Alright, now back to Relentless Assault. Alright, and again, let's try to get him to 700%. Fang has slow on her, so it might be wise to actually go for aggression right now. There we go. Very nice. For that, we get 3,000 CP, as well as a mission complete screen, giving us 1 Cobletite. And giving our boy back his sword. Now, in this room, there is a treasure sphere. This treasure sphere contains a Libra scope. And there is a little something that we could do here. If we make our way back up the stairs, we will notice that the vampire up top has respawned. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, there's the vampire right there. And if we take this guy out, we honestly don't need to actually kill him. Where I currently am walking, it's going to be enough to do what I wanted to do. But this is going to be the most bang for your buck, is to take the vampire out, especially if you're able to get a preemptive strike on him. Alright, for taking out the vampire, we are going to get 2,350 CP. And then now, if we make our way back down the stairs, we will see that instead of the mark being down here, there is a relatively large group of the post-war champions. Which, let's go ahead and show that. They are right here. And this fight, especially if you get a preemptive, is very easy. Let's go ahead and target the one in the middle. But for defeating this group, you will be getting 8,000 CP. So if you defeat this group as well as the vampire up top, you're getting 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 CP. Which, if you have not capped out your primary roles, I would recommend doing this before you make it to the top of the tower, just because it is going to make a boss fight that we're going to have a lot simpler. But I would not recommend going any further than that, because after we defeat the boss on top, we're going to have access to, in my opinion, a much quicker and a much more lucrative CP farm.
Be ready for the next
form
fight.
Of Cie'th Mission 24. But just to show, there is that 8,000 CP, bringing us to over 10,000 for the 2 fights. And speaking of CP, I see that almost everyone is over 900,000 right now. We are maxed on our primary roles, so I'm going to start working on some secondary roles. I don't want anyone to have over 9,000 before the end of the chapter, just because the chapter boss, which isn't for a couple of episodes, gives us 100,000 CP. But I'm going to start working on Saboteur for Saz right here. For Lightning, I am going to be working on Saboteur as well, although Synergist isn't a bad idea. For Fang and Vanille, I'm going to be working on Synergist for both of them. And Snow is going to be Saboteur, and Hope, I believe. Yeah, Hope's going to be Saboteur as well. Just any sort of excess CP that you get over the 900,000, I'll just dump it into one of the secondary roles. Those are the roles I'm going to be doing. But it honestly doesn't really matter all that much. And up here, you will see that we have another Tyrant, which I'm going to go ahead and take care of this guy real quick. Alright, now for what we are actually in this room for, let's go ahead and talk to this statue. This is mission 26, So Shrill the Cry. And we are going to be fighting a Penagalian. Defiant soul, heed my plea, and we shall bring light to your dark path. Know that a Penagalian holds my power thrall within this fire. Slay it, and I shall once more be free. Alright, so that is going to be back upstairs. Yeah, on the 6th tier. which we will go ahead and go to, but I want to step out here real quick. Because we got this guy over here, and this is not an important scene, but it is a missable scene.
Back again. I'm getting tired of this. Let's double back.
So doing that, we will see that our Falsy foe is
Brains at pause.
blocking our path a little bit more. And it does also cause the tyrant to respawn. I'm not going to worry about that right now, though. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and make my way to the mark. It looks like I'm going to have some more pulse work gladiators to take care of. Alright, now that they are taken care of, let's go ahead and make our way back up these stairs. Past our save point. Want to fight the vampire for another 2000 CP? Feel free to do so. I'm going to go ahead and avoid him though. And our mark is going to be in the far room over here. Let's go ahead and make our way over here. And as you can see, we got a bunch more bats. Now, this is going to be our foe right here. We don't know much information about him, so let's go ahead and Libra. And you can see that our status elements are going to be completely ineffective. He has 252,252 HP. And
New
not
strategy.
really weak to any elements, but let's just go into Religious Assault and take care of this group. Those rune guns are going to be very effective. And as you can see, he is now alone. And this round should be his end. There we go. For that fight, we get 6,100 CP. I got a couple Cie'th tears and tears of woe. And for the mission complete, we get a diamond bangle. And the monument ally rank for the Cie'th Tower mission and this scene. Which dissipates the ice down below. So
Alright.
you already know where we're going. Now before we do make it any further, let's go ahead and remove this platinum bangle from lightning and put that diamond bangle right on, because the extra 100 HP definitely can't hurt. And now I will meet you down at our icy statue.
Your own side. My bad.
They saved us again.
Yeah. You want to help us?
Let's just count our blessings. The way's clear.
Right.
Alright, now after the scene, let's go ahead and interact with our statue over here. And now the central elevator can now reach the 6th tier.
Hurry up and get over here.
Very nice. We unfortunately cannot make our way to the central elevator on this level or on this side, however, so we're going to need to do some moving around. We have some more of our dancing friends over here, which I'm not too worried about. We've already taken care of them. So let's go ahead and go right here. And from this elevator, go back down to the 4th tier. And then now make our way back to the central elevator, past the save station and all of that good jazz. And now make our way back up to the 6th tier. Alright, now from here, we have a couple of areas that we can go. This side is stuff that we've already done. So, like, there's the bats right there, the flyboys over there. So we don't need to go out this side, but if we go out the other side, this is going to be a new area. We are going to have a few vampires and the like to fight on this side. If I could get a preemptive, that would be great. Nope. Alright, now with that guy taken down, let's go ahead and make our way into this room. Because we've got some bats and vampires in here guarding a couple treasure spheres. Alright, now as for the treasures that they were guarding in this one right here, we have 8 Tears of Remorse. And then in this one over here, we're going to have a clay ring, which is going to be earth resistant 30%. Earth resistance 20%. And making our way into the next room, we have 3 vampires right here. Although it is worth noting that you could very easily hop on the elevator and not have to worry about fighting these guys. I don't think that there's a treasure sphere in here, but this is going to be almost 7,000 CP. So it is a lucrative fight to take on if you're able to. Oh yeah, so that was a 4-minute fight right there. But like I said, 7,050 CP, so very lucrative. If you're able to take it down, it's not an easy fight though, so if you can't, don't worry about it. But moving on to the next level, let's go ahead and go on up to the Apex. Alright, and now that we are up here, our Our first time here, there are going to be no enemies spawning, so we could use that to our advantage and kind of make our way around the exterior here, because there are a few treasure spheres. There's unfortunately nothing we can do with that statue right there for right now. But if we come on over here, we got this treasure sphere, which is going to contain 2 frostbane brooches. And then there is another treasure sphere over here. And this one is going to contain an ethersol. So, always nice to get those without needing to worry about enemies and the like trying to stop you. Now, if we make our way down this little central hallway, we are going to be fighting the fal'Cie that has been bugging us. Now, that fal'Cie is very much lightning based. So if you want, or if you find yourself having difficulties, you can definitely gear yourself up with things like the Entite rings, the lightning charms, where are they? The Fulmin rings or the Spark rings to help give yourself some lightning resistance. I'm not going to fuss about it right now unless I can't beat the guy. Really, the main thing I would recommend at this point is to just have your primary roles on your Crystarium for your 3 usable characters that you are using maxed out. Whoever those may be, just be maxed out on your primary roles. Don't worry too much about the secondary ones. This is not the fight that we're going to get 100,000 CP, so don't worry about that right now. But this is a difficultly simple fight, if that makes any sense.
It could be nasties waiting anyway.
So let's go ahead and continue on.
Hey, look!
It's acting strange. He must be weak from losing his tail.
Yeah, that looks plenty feisty to me.
He's bluffing to scare us off. Let's just go with that, all right? Come on, we can do this.
Alright, and first things first, let's go ahead and Libra the guy. See that he is immune to a fair bit of the status immunities, but he is honestly pretty basic when it comes to his elemental affinities. He has a stagger point of 320% with a resistance of 70. Really, the biggest notable thing about him is that he has 2,314,800 health. So he's a bit of a damage sponge. We honestly should not need to worry about it. Go ahead and see if our pulse girls are able to get any sort of debuffs on him. There we have Deprotect. Never got slow, so that's all I'm going to worry about. Let's go ahead and go into Entourage. Get ourselves healed, while also building up some chain gauge.
Thank you.
Alright, now
Keep
just
the enemy
remote this
off
assault.
balance.
got him staggered before he was able to get off whatever it was he was about to get off. Now, this guy, when staggered, he does fall to the ground, so he is not going to do anything while staggered. This is our chance to unload on him as much as we possibly can. I'm going to say let's go ahead and get his chain gauge up to 100%, and then we're going to go into aggression. With any luck, we should be able to take care of this guy in one stagger. But if we are unable to, it is no big deal. Just keep an eye on that stagger gauge. I was hoping to be able to get a smite off right there, but we were unable. So that is a little obnoxious, but it's alright. We're going to go back into exploitation, get some buffs on him again. Do that in peril is nice. Do that deep protect is nice, and if we can get slow back on him, that would be great. But it looks like Fang is having some difficulties, so let's go back into Relentless Assault. And that foul utterance right there just took out Fang. So let's go ahead and raise Fang up. And I'm going to go into Entourage here. Have Vanille heal us up as Lightning staggers the boss. And then now Relentless Assault, because this guy can't do anything at this point. And we should honestly be able to take care of him before this is over. We're going to go ahead and get him up to 100% on his stagger gauge again. 900.
Change of
Go
plan.
into aggression, and he should be done. There we go. For that fight, we got 33,000 CP, as well as a Tedratic Tiara, so that's sprint shoes right there, or I believe it was 30,000 gil.
Look!
Nice.
He's saying thanks.
At last, we are free. We go now, to hunt down evil where it hides.
So I guess that means there are still more monsters like that one out there.
Sounds like it. Somewhere out there on Grand Pulse.
Gone just like that. A big hunk of rock, that thing sure can move.
Guess they're just doing what they can too. Trying to save the world. Yeah, well, it's not all on them. Last time I checked, we are still in this fight.
Ereba's right down there then, isn't it?
Yep.
So what's it like?
Well, it's kind of small, but it's warm and green and very naturey.
Around the Foul Sea, it was flowers as far as you could see, huh?
View from here? Ain't so rosy, I'm sorry to say.
You want to wait here?
No. I need to see for myself. It's all gone.
Every trace of color. We're chasing shadows. This whole idea of losing our brands is hopeless.
There's gotta be a way.
Let's keep on looking. That's what we came here for. We all agreed, and now we're here.
You think it's really possible?
Sure. Anything is.
There's no going back.
You don't think I know that?
Come on.
Alright, now after the scene, we are able to access that elevator up there that will take us down to Orba should we so desire. And enemies are now available up here on the top level. I am not going to worry about the enemies. In fact, I'm going to make a route that hopefully should avoid all the enemies. We have this Cie'th stone right here. We can't actually do anything with that right now. But if we can make our way over to this statue and interact with him. He summons an elevator for us, which is very nice. There's also a big old group of Pulse War gladiators over there. I believe you will get 8,000 CP for fighting those guys as well. I'm not too worried about it, but let's go down to the 7th tier. And now here on the 7th tier, we are going to have a group of our dancing birdie buddies. Let's go and take care of them. Alright, and once they are taken care of, let's go ahead and interact with this statue right here. And the central elevator can now reach all tiers. So very nice indeed. Also opens up this little area right here, which has a treasure sphere on it, containing a collector's catalog. So that is very nice as well. Now let's go ahead and make our way up to the apex once again. Alright, now that we're back up at the apex, let's go ahead and interact with this Cie'th stone. This is going to be mission 27, Mithridates the Lone. On the ground tier, this is going to be a Class B mission, and the undying, fearsome Cie'th who defy Falsi will, driven by an intense loathing for all that lives. Mithridates the Lone is one of their number, and his undoing is my burden. It is said in life he once loved music. I can but hope the notes sounded by the elevator in Taejins Tower, descending from the apex, might lure him out, and allow me to restore a touch of harmony to the discord of the tower's tainted song. So, we are going to need to ride the elevator from the apex to the ground floor, which is why I said that there wasn't anything we could do about it just a little bit earlier. But also, this is honestly by far the hardest hunt that we have taken on yet. So let's go ahead and get our equipment set up real quick. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put... Where are they? Both of my in-tight rings onto lightning right here. As well as a... No, you know what? I'm going to leave the diamond bangle on her. For Fang right here, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 spark rings. And a Fulman ring. Raising her lightning resistance up to 52%. Lightning's total elemental resistance is 19%. And then I'm going to put the same thing here on Vanille. The 2 shock rings and a Fulman ring. I'm sorry, spark rings and a Fulman ring. So now Fang and Vanille have 52% lightning resistance, whereas Lightning is only going to have 19%, but she's also going to have the plus 500 HP. And I am also going to go ahead and activate, if I can get it to pop up, a Fortizol and an Agisol. And now I'm going to go ahead and activate the elevator right here and go to the ground floor. If you don't happen to have the shrouds, you could also put a Saz in your party. That would be helpful, but using the shrouds is going to allow me to focus on my offensive as opposed to actually setting it up. And now that we have ridden that all the way down, we can see our friend right there. And right off the jump, let's go ahead and Libra. To see that he is essentially immune to all of our debuffs. So let's go into Relentless Assault. And now let's go ahead and go into Entourage.
Thanks.
You can do it.
Yeah, that 11 bolt that he uses is very, very powerful. Which is why we want to have lightning resistance. Honestly, having the lightning resistance on lightning probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I just honestly like the idea of lightning having that extra 500 health. So let's go ahead and see how that works out. We've got our first stagger right there. We're going to go ahead and get this guy up to that 800 mark. Now we are going to Relentless Assault. I'm going to go ahead and throw a potion right now to get Fang some help. And I'm also going to keep an eye on his stagger meter. And if I am able to get a fight off, which it doesn't look like I was able to, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and go into the combat clinic. Make sure everyone is as healed as we possibly can be.
We survive!
They're not back into another assault. Just kind of chip this guy down. Yeah, another good thing about using the shrouds is this guy's miasma breath does put some debuffs on you, but in order to do that, it needs, like with the shrouds at least, it needs to cut through your buffs. So instead of like him using the miasma and now you're debuffed, if you use those shrouds, it gets rid of that buff and he has to do it again. So just an added benefit. But he is down. That gives us 7,500 CP. As well as the mission complete screen, which is going to give us 1 blaze ring and the rank of grudge settler. Alright, and we are now back on the ground floor. The central elevator, which is the one that is outlined by the purple, is now able to make it from the ground floor up to the apex. But that is going to be the end of this episode. In the next episode, I am going to show like my guild farm kind of in action, which I do recommend doing that just because it is going to help us get the 10,000 steps down here on Pulse that is needed for a trophy and a really nice reward in Orba. But yeah, other than that, I will see you in the next episode, everyone. And this is Family 52 signing out.